how else can you reach 100,000 or more people and bring them into this conversation, whether it's ADHD, PTSD? I just talked to someone who has cerebral palsy. Where else could we have found this community? Because some of us, with all due respect, if you have multiple sclerosis, cerebral palsy, something like that, you may be very mobility limited.
Right.
You can't travel, you can't fly.
No.
But thanks to podcasting, I can have incredible stories and share them, or I can talk to those shows as a guest. This has given us so much more power to break down barriers, not just within our neighborhoods or our communities, but internationally. I've talked to people in France. I've talked to people in Australia. I've talked to people in South America. Had a wonderful guest from South America talking about a comic book that individual was illustrating, and they wanted to talk about autism and being a comic book artist. You
Exactly.
cannot, you could not have done that even 10 years ago, 20 years
No.
ago.
No.
My children are stunned when, I'm not young, but I'm young, obviously, I will say my father-in-law is about to turn 86,
Yeah. Yeah.
and, and, but my children can't believe that, mom and dad did not have phones.
Yeah.
Mom and dad did not have cable TV. We did not
No.
have the internet. We
No.
didn't, we did not have these things.
No.
To my children, it's like, oh no, you just get out an iPhone or an iPad and the world is there. The
Yeah.
whole world.
Just like that. And
And
yeah. So it's just absolutely amazing. So how far we have come, and so the
if you thought you were different and you knew you were different at 57, today, 30 years later, someone else finding out that they're different and might be ADHD or might have an autism spectrum disorder, now that person can go online and find our podcasts, find our channels on YouTube, and we can let them know that it's not a perfect world now, but
no,
people are out there for you. We are a
exactly.
community, and you can read our books, you can read our blogs, listen to our podcast, but you aren't alone.
Stay the
You are not
course,
alone.
right? Don't give up, so and that's so critically important. And and as I said earlier, we all have friends that we know and from around the world. And thinking about podcasting, not bragging, but it's such an amazing platform that on YouTube, I think this weekend we passed over 100,000 subscribers, and then looking at the numbers around the world, I think on podcasting in the last 2 years we had over 20 million views. It's unbelievable, and that's what I love about it, and that's why it is so powerful, and that's why it is so special, at least for me and my people that are watching, to be able to sit here and interact with you about your experience, which is amazing, and so unique, and gives hope to those that are, and I know there are many of them that are struggling and wondering, where do they go now and what do they do about it? There is nothing more special than to have that interaction directly, and reading about it is important, but to watch it and have a discussion like you and me are having puts it in a whole different area.